give this a minute to get started. And let's give everybody some time to come in. I'll start talking about what's on my face and just another palette that I recently tried. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first product, I was sent this by Natasha Denona for a review through the Buzz Agent site. And this is the High Blush in the shade Flustered, which I made a joke and I was like, that's funny because I'm very flustered with life right now. But you guys, this, how beautiful is this? It's absolutely gorgeous. Very pigmented. The highlight just gives them this beautiful natural glow. And this is what they look like swatched. Ignore this. It's just a swatch of a super stark shadow that just will not come off my hand. So this, again, the Natasha Denona High Blush is what is on the cheeks today. Dawn, how are you? How are you? And then for the lips, I cannot stop these NYX Duck Plumping Lip Liners. This is in the shade Swollen Spice. And then I've been all about NYX lately. Like I don't know what it is. And then this is the NYX Lip Ivy Hydrating Gloss Serum in the shade Hydra Honey. And that's also what I have on the lips. And the palette is the Ladybug Glow and Ice Cream Beauty Vampy Treat palette. Right there. And y'all know how much I love Ladybug Glow. Hi, you guys. How are you? Yeah, Dawn, thank you so much. I'm going to be honest, you guys. I'm going to try not to cry. Things have gotten so bad that I do not know what to do anymore. I am like, I told my husband, I think I'm going to end up in the hospital before the end of the week just for a nervous breakdown because things are so out of control. Like his whole engine blew, so he needs a new engine. The vehicle's 12 years old, so it's not worth that. There's a slight chance that Kia may cover it, but we're not holding our breath. We should find out this week. But I just don't know what to do. All right, you guys, if you are here, there are 21 people here. Give this a thumbs up. Help me out. Help me out. Subscribe to my channel, all the things. Mr. Caden, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? Hopefully y'all are doing better than me because I am not doing good right now. You guys, do me a favor. Give this video some likes. Hit that thumbs up button, symbol, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Dawn, and also, like, his employer is threatening to write him up because he's been late, but we literally have one vehicle. You lost power? I'm so sorry. That's not good. And our schedules overlap, so he can't get to work until I get home from work, which means he's like 2 hours late by the time I have my almost hour commute and everything. So it's causing some serious problems, and I don't know what we're going to do. Like it's terrifying. All right. You guys, please behave today. I'm usually pretty chill, but life is not going well right now, so. Season Brower, hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's lives going? Does anybody have any good stories or anything that they would like to tell? And you guys, if you're here, do me a favor, give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is what I do, is makeup. And then we just do these lives when we talk about whatever. So this is the palette I have on my eyes today. It's the Ladybug Glow VMP Treat palette. And that's the palette that I have on my eyes right now. Dawn said cold weather causing car problems here too. Oh no. With your car? I hope not. But yeah, it's... cars are a lot. And I also kind of have like a situation where someone that I work with wants me to, one of his friends does what we do and he needs someone to come work for him and he wants me to meet with him. But I kind of talked to him earlier in the year and he offered the job to someone else and it was someone that he knew, but she declined it. And that makes me nervous because he's had a really big turnover rate and I would basically be doing the same thing and it would all be falling on me. So I'm like, I don't want to get in the same situation, you know, and just be stressed out and overwhelmed beyond belief there as well. So I don't know what to do. And like now is not a good time for me to be making decisions because I'm so stressed out. But he keeps like trying to pressure me into it. So I don't know what to do. Dawn, you found out you need to warm your car up. You never did before. Dad, when I put it in reverse. So what's funny is my husband's car died while it was backing up, but his whole engine actually blew. We had to have it towed to our mechanic. And our mechanic is like, yeah, something about the second and third cylinder. I know nothing about cars, but he's like, the whole engine needs to be replaced. And he's the one who told us, like, there's some kind of Kia recall that might cover it. Regina, hi, welcome. How are you? Ali Gamer, hi. So yeah, we called Kia and they're like, well, you know, you need, you know, tow it to one of our dealerships, which we did. And they're like, well, there's only certain things that this covers. So we have to run tests on it. So that's what we're waiting to hear now. But yeah, like that's the thing. He owes a lot on that car. And I had to give him a lot of money for him to be able to get that car. And I don't have that money anymore. And so if Kia doesn't fix it, we can't afford to get it fixed. I don't know that he'll be able to qualify for another loan because his credit's pretty bad. But yeah. Season, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Like, you have no idea, you guys. Just subscribing or watching a couple of my videos, giving this a thumbs up helps me so, so, so much. Yeah, it seems like anytime you have a vehicle, you have trouble. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure things out. I mean, and there might not be an answer. I mean, he's going to end up losing his job because I can't lose my job. Because I'm the main wage earner, so it is a lot. It's a lot. And then one of my other dog was kind of having some trouble earlier, and I'm like, just does it ever stop? Does it ever stop? So yeah. Earlier, like I said, people always say things can't get worse, but in my life, they don't get better. They only get worse. Dawn, you're on a bus line, so it'll be the bus for you at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure where the bus lines go as far as like if there's anything near where he works. And I'll be honest, I can tell you right now, my husband, I doubt would do that. Regina, ever think your husband and you go every time you and your husband go by a vehicle repair shop, you saw a vehicle starts to scream help? Yeah. We can't even afford vehicle repair shops anymore these days. That's why I'm hoping Kia will cover this engine thing, but I don't have a good feeling about it. Oh, Ellie, I'm sorry. I only speak English. I'm sorry. But thank you for being here. And like my husband's been how long until I find out? Dawn, I'm not sure. They called Friday and we're like, we need to get the okay to do the diagnostics and look it over, which would be like $100, which he gave them that, but it was like late Friday afternoon. So probably sometime next week. So yeah, I'm just like, please, universe, be kind to me for once. Please, 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 please. I am like literally begging for mercy at this point because I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, Season, thank you so much. Because, yeah, we can't keep doing this one car thing. And he's applied for their jobs, hasn't heard anything, but he's like been applying for remote jobs and nothing. So I'm trying to find things for him to apply for. And I found some remote jobs that actually, I don't know if they're real or not, because they seem like they pay really good money. And I'm like, is this a joke? Because I'm like, maybe I want to apply for some of these. Because that would be nice not to have like a almost 2 hour commute every day. That would be amazing. Would be so nice. And it would save me miles on my vehicle too, because right now he's putting extra miles on my vehicle, which already has 136,000 miles on it. And we're paying double in gas because I have a bigger vehicle, so it goes through gas faster. So we are just like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's cha-chings that we do not have. So it's rough. It sucks. It sucks. Like the amount of times that I have broken down in tears the last couple weeks is ridiculous. And everything with my job just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Literally don't know what to do anymore. Are you guys? I don't know if the chat might be frozen. It keeps going to like 0 people and then people here. So I don't know if it's my internet. Let's just do this. Just to see. Because sometimes things freeze and yeah. But I know our internet has been bad too. Season, thank you so much. I'm literally to the point of Tracy, I don't think she's in here now, but she's like, you need to buy sage and you need to sage yourself in your house. I'm like, you know what? I think I do at this point because things just, they're just out of control. It's just, it's not good. Not good at all. And yeah, like the job thing, you know, my husband's thing was, you know, he was going to get a better paying job and be able to help out more. And that hasn't happened yet. And my job is just so stressful. I'm surprised I've not had a massive heart attack yet. So I'm not really sure what's going to end up happening. All right, you guys, so I want to just go over if anybody is a makeup fan. I got some products from the ColourPop Twilight the New Moon collection. So this is the Super Shock Shadow in the shade We Won't Bite. I actually wore everything that I'm getting ready to show you yesterday. So that's that Super Shock Shadow. I thought it was going to be more gold, like more light gold, but I'll swatch it again. That's what that looks like. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that so much. Like, you have no idea how bad things have been lately. All right, I'm just going to swatch this right here. So there's that Super Shock Shadow. And then this one is the Volturi. I thought this one was going to be more red, but it's like a really deep, dark plummy. That's what that looks like. But they're really, really, really pretty. Dawn, you still love your Super Shocks. You have a bunch. You should try them out. I have quite a few too, and I think it's just a single things. I like to have everything like together in a palette. So I think that's why I don't use mine as much, but I'm trying to make a point to use these more. I know the first time I used them was yesterday, so I haven't had much of a chance, but that's something that I'm going to try and work on. And then here's the New Moon palette. And you guys, I just absolutely love this color story. It is just gorgeous. I like more colorful stuff, but there's just something about this that I just absolutely love. All right, you guys, I have to show you the other Ladybug Glow Ice Cream Beauty palette. This is the Just Desserts palette. I had this on last week. And here's that palette. Ladybug Glow just does special things with her palettes, and I love them so much. Dawn, same here, pawing through pots I don't have the patience for. Yeah. I'm definitely going to try and be better about doing palette or videos, like using palettes that I already own. Do some mashups. Dawn, the Valentine's collection is pretty. I need to stop myself from buying everything heart-shaped. The Valentine's collection is really pretty. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it. I need to save as much money as possible. But man, it is pretty. ColourPop and Glamlight are just two brands that just know how to get you. They're just so good at it. All right, you guys, is anybody a perfume fan? Like, I've seen Tracy do her videos, and I bought this a while ago. It's the Bella Vita Luxury. It's got 4 perfumes in it. And get you with the packaging, pretty colors. Yes. And one of the things that I have like talked about is I love perfumes, but I don't know. Okay. Season Brower, I have to go. Bye. Can you give me a shout out because I wish you the best of luck? Yes, Season Brower, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Hopefully I'll see ya. We do these Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Time, so hopefully I'll see you next Sunday. And have a wonderful week ahead. Regina, have you seen the chromatic highlighter for what month? Yes. So funny story. A couple of weeks ago, I saw that out in stores and I was like, do I want to pick this up? I'm not sure. I didn't, and now I'm totally regretting it because they look freaking gorgeous. And like the liquid shadows too, just absolutely beautiful. All right, you guys. So my thing is I love perfume, but I have to be able to smell them because, for instance, this one shade, I was like reading the notes on it on Amazon and I was like, oh my God, I would love this. And so I was going to buy just this. It's the Glam. I almost said shade. Scent? Whatever. Cheryl, how are you? Oh my goodness, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. But you guys, when I bought this, and I bought this pack, and I'm glad I did, because this one that I thought I would love, I hate. It doesn't smell like what I think it would smell like. Like it says that, okay, so here's the description. The Glam Woman Eau de Parfum celebrates versatility. Powerful jasmine brings out the feminine character. Classy and glamorous with fresh hints of citrusy orange and calming white honey. It does not smell like any of those things. I promise you guys, it does not. Like, someone lied when they wrote this. And then the Rosé shade, which I'm also not really a fan of. It says the Rosé Woman Eau de Parfum is a decadent endeavor, changing the way you think about roses. The woody rosé evolves singularly in a floral field, breathing contentment. The whiff of medieval England, which, like, what does that even smell like? Unfolds as pink pepper comes in contact with citrusy orange. Like, you guys know. I mean, I don't know what medieval England smells like. But the other things, it does not smell like. Like, they lied. I'm telling you. Yeah, Dawn, misleading. I'm telling you, they lied. It just, I don't know. It does nothing for me. I don't like it. Now, the other 2 scents I do like. So, the shade Date. Let's see how they describe it. Because, you guys, I'll be honest, I kind of didn't realize that the descriptions were on the back. So, Date, which I do like this one. Date Woman is a celebration of love and romance. The perfume has top notes of pink pepper and red fruits. At its heart lies the trio jasmine, orange blossom, and violet, perfect for a romantic date. The base notes are moss, musk, and powdery, balanced by the sweetness of vanilla to create an unforgettable moment. Okay, so I don't smell vanilla. I don't really know what pink pepper smells like, but I do smell some floral notes and I smell some fruitiness. That's how my nose smells things. But yeah, this one is good. I like this. It smells good. And then the last one is Senorita, and that's my favorite out of all of them in this box. And that one says, take a stroll through the mesmerizing floral and fruity aroma of Bella Vita Luxury Senorita. Infused with top notes of a citrusy blend of yuzu, pomegranate, and mint. At the heart of Senorita lies peony, lotus, and magnolia to give you a floral fervor that lasts long, which, again, I can get a little floral. It gets some fruity scents, so I guess that'd be the pomegranate. But the other stuff, I don't really know what they smell like. But this one is my favorite. It smells so good. But yeah, that's my problem with perfume. Like, there's so many things that I think I would like, but then I smell it and it doesn't really do anything for me. Does anybody else have that problem, or is it just me? Is my nose just defective? Because I don't know. I do not know. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end that poll. All right, you guys, if you are here, do me a favor, give this a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel. And if you are a perfume lover, tell me some of your favorite perfumes and like what scents you like and how you figure out exactly what all the scents are, because I just cannot figure them out. Dawn says, I just started following Sphinx Fragrance on IG. Their stuff sounds good, but is it? I don't know. I'm not sure if I follow them or not. Shaw said you love vanilla scents. Yeah, I like vanilla scents too. Or like fruity, some floral stuff. Never heard of them. Okay. Cheryl, have you tried that viral fragrance on the Talk? It's like a vanilla fragrance. It's 602. Everyone keeps saying it smells amazing, and I want to try it. Like, every time I'm on the Talk, I just keep seeing all of these ads about it. I can't get away from it. I have it in my cart. I just haven't officially purchased it yet. So I'm not really sure about the name. It's like STTES or something. And it's in like a golden bottle, which I realized was probably is not helping in my describing it, but. And they've got a bunch of other flavors. It's like supposed to be a dupe for Sol de Janeiro. I think on Sol de Janeiro it's 62, and on this one it's called 602. Alt has great dupes. You haven't tried Dossier yet. I've heard good things about Dossier. Okay, yeah. Cheryl, you're on the Talk, aren't you? Because everyone is like talking about this perfume, and they're like, oh my gosh, I was walking through the Dollar Tree and this woman offered to buy my perfume, and one of the videos was like, you know, a stripper told me this, and you know, if a stripper says it's good, it's got to be like good, and they just go on and on and on about how amazing this perfume is, and they've got me mesmerized. Like, I need to try it. If I think about it, I'll look it up for sure and send it on the gram or on the Talk, because it's everywhere, and everyone, I just keep seeing it, and they have other scents as well, but this particular one is the one that everybody talks about in their videos. It's supposed to be like the best smelling perfume ever. That's, I think Alt has a dupe of Vanilla S or something. I've never even heard of that Vanilla S perfume. Who makes the original vanilla perfume that Alt has the dupe of? Tom Ford. Okay. Yeah, there's so much I don't know about perfume. He has the naughty words. Yeah, I have like a dupe for the Tom Ford Cherry perfume. And it was the Target Finery, which I really, really, really enjoy. There are a couple more of those shades. They have a new one out, and I smelled it yesterday when I was in Target. I don't remember what it's called. It might have been like Lily Rose or something like that, but it smelled so good. Cheryl said, I know I've heard a lot of hype for Kayali or something like that. Yes, I've heard a lot about that too. And their bottles are so pretty. That's another one that I want to try. Regina Moats, Tom Ford is so expensive. Yeah, that's why I go for the dupes, man. If there's somebody telling me this is a dupe and it smells close enough, that's what I'm going for. Don't survive the real Tom Ford Lost Cherry before there were so many dupes. Okay, yeah, okay, it's Lost Cherry. That's what I have a dupe for. And I think it's called Not Another Cherry, I think. Dawn says, I love Kayali. Yeah, I'm all for the dupes, you guys. All for it. If it can save money, I'm there. Dawn said you love Kayali Burning Cherry better. Okay. Yeah, because I like cherry scents as well, as long as they really actually smell like cherry scents or cherry things. And I think Kayali has a cotton candy scent that I really want to try as well. Ariana Grande has a new one too, cherry scent. I need to check that out the next time I go to Ulta. But also, usually when I go to Ulta, I see the makeup and then I get distracted and I forget what I'm, about anything else. And I really want to try the, Tracy was talking about it. It was the banana, like Paris corner Paris, whatever it is, the banana one. I really want to try that as well. It just sounds like it would smell so good. Yeah, Cheryl said you gotta ask Tracy. She's obsessed with perfumes now. Yes, she is. She's like, I love her perfume videos because I'm like, okay, I feel like I would like this. John says so many things I like to try. I know, that's the hard part. It's like, I try to put off things until there's something I really, 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 really want, and then I'll pick it up. Right now, I'm kind of on a standstill for everything until we get this car situation figured out, which has me really nervous. Cheryl said, I have a list all because of Tracy. You know what, Cheryl? I need to make a list because I'm like, okay, I want that, but then a lot of times I forget. So I really do need to start making a little list of perfumes that I want to try. And little discovery sample sets too, because that's the way to go. I know she gave me a name of the place where she got some of her samples from, and I completely forgot. Because I was like, I would need to go check that out, but I don't remember. I know it's in one of the messages somewhere. I know, I need to get better about writing things down. I used to be able to remember things, but life is just too much right now. My brain just cannot process or register things. My memory bank is gone. Yeah, you have to write everything. I'm starting to get that way. Like, I used to be on it, man, but I find the more stress that I have, the more that it's hard for my brain to function and process things, which sometimes gets really, really scary. Yeah. I wake up in the middle of the night now just having anxiety attacks. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, 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 and this. And then my heart starts pounding and it's rough. It's rough. A lot of people told me I need to try meditation, but I have so much going on. It's hard to get my brain to be quiet to actually be able to do a meditation. But I think it's amazing and I think it's great if people can do it. I just have not gotten to that point yet. And then I want to get back into reading, but I'm like so tired I end up falling asleep after I read like 4 or 5 pages. Like I just pass out. It's wild. Because I never used to be like that. Yeah, Dawn. It is a good way to fall asleep. It is. It is. Regina said, a lot of the time I have a hard time just going to sleep because everything runs in my brain about what needs to be done or this or that. Yeah, I'm the same way. Cheryl, surround yourself with nature is the best therapy. Yes, I love nature so much. I think one of the reasons I struggle so much is because with my job and everything, like by the time I get home, it's late, it's almost dark, and we got so much snow and it's been so nasty cold. I haven't really been able to get out. So I think that's one of my issues too. And now my husband has my car. So I can't really go out anyway, you know, because I love getting out in nature and doing photos. I actually did that a little bit yesterday and it was really good for me. I needed that. Johnson, I'm reading a good one by Lisa Jewell. And then she said, Regina saying my brain won't shut up at night. Dawn, what's the name of or is the book actually called A Good One? Because I'm like, is it just a good one, a good book, or is it the name A Good One? I actually bought a book that was called like I'll Teach You How to Be Rich because people have said it's really helped them financially. So I want to start reading that and see what tips it gives and if there's anything that might help. It's called Watching You. Okay. Is it a scary book? Like a horror book? I mean, it sounds like it would be, but that could just be my brain. Regina said, right, it's hard to stop it so I can sleep. It's like a staircase effect, one thing on top of another on top of another. Yeah, that's me when I wake up in the middle of the night. And it's usually work stuff, but now lately it's been my husband's car too. Okay, just a quiz. I'm so sorry, I probably said that wrong, but welcome. How are you? Dr. Lisa Jewell always has a good mystery. She wrote The Girl on the Train. Okay. Okay. I like mystery books. It just takes me forever to read anything because I fall asleep after 5 pages. But I think reading is something that helps me too. And I like those journals that kind of like walk you through writing exercises. Those really help me too. It's like I know it helps me. It's getting myself to a point where I can just sit down and be still long enough to do it. That's where I struggle. But yeah, it's like I just need things to take my mind off of the bad stuff for a little bit so I can kind of calm down. But that's what this channel is for me, filming videos and then these lives. It just kind of helps me come back down to earth when my head is like spinning into the atmosphere because I'm just so stressed out and overwhelmed. Alright, you guys, welcome. Do me a favor, give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Regina Mulch, you do word searches. I do love those. I do love a good word search. Those used to actually be my favorite when I was younger. Haven't really done one in a while though. Thought about coloring books too. I tried the coloring book thing, and I don't know what it is. I just don't think I couldn't really be still long enough to get very far. But I've heard those are really good, things to help you relax. Regina, if I'm anything like you, I get stressed out and not finding a certain word. I was actually gonna say, is it just me, or does it feel like there is like one word that just is not really there? But yes, that drives me crazy. Cheryl, you have games on my phone. What games do you play? Helps my inner child. Yeah, no, I used to be into that. Toon Blast. I've never heard of that one. Dawn, the puzzles where you have to find 50 of something stresses me out. Like the different, like pictures in a picture or something. I like these spot the difference things. I guess Toon Blast where you guess like a song. Pictures, yes, like 50 cats. Okay, yeah. Those are hard because they make them so small. And it's like you're getting all up in there in your screen trying to see it. Yeah, those drive me crazy. Okay, Regina, Toon Blast is fun. My other problem is my phone always tells me I'm out of memory, and I'm sure it's my fault, but because I do photography stuff, it's always um running out of memory, and I don't want to delete all my photos. You match colors. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. It's a color match puzzle. Okay. Was it called Mahjong? I used to play that. Kind of like Candy Crush. I'm a loser. I've never played Candy Crush either, you guys. I realize I'm probably the minority there, but I'm just late to a lot of things for whatever reason. It's addictive. Man. Dawn, your mom just started playing Mahjong. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I really like that. I don't know. Season Brower, welcome back. Do you play any games on your phone? That's kind of what we're talking about now. Just got really unusually quiet in my house. I hate when that happens. Dawn, my friend warned me not to start Candy Crush. That was 8 years ago. I never stopped. See, okay, so I'm glad I never did it then, because I'm sure I'd be the same. I wouldn't be able to stop. I get myself in enough trouble on the talk. It's like I just start scrolling or swiping or whatever, and I can't stop. I find all these things I didn't know I needed. It's like walking into Target, right? You're like, oh, I'm just gonna grab this one thing, and then next thing you know, you have a cart full of stuff you don't need. The talk has become my, what would you call that, my social media target. I can't stop. Regina, you've been playing Tiny Survivors and Whiteout Survival. Okay, I have no idea what any of those things are, but they sound intriguing. Yes, going down a rabbit hole. That is like, yeah. It's bad. It's bad. Like, I have so many things. Yeah, IG is a giant commercial sometimes. That too. That too. I found myself spending more time on the talk, and that's where I'm like that perfume, or I don't know, there's this like lipstick and liner set from Beauty Creations. There's like, I think you get 48. It's like 24 liners and 14 lipsticks or something like that. And they're from the Nude X collection, and they're all so beautiful. And it was on sale for $60 and I passed, and now it's like on sale for 75. And I keep telling myself I don't need it, but I do really like it. Regina said you build things. That sounds like that would be fun. Cheryl, what did you think when the talk closed? I was really sad because I was just kind of starting to find my way over there, and I because it was like on one of my days off, I found myself being like, what do I do now? Because I also get my news there, because you can kind of find out what's really going on instead of everything being so censored prior to it going away. But now I've heard that things are totally different and they're censoring a lot of things now, which makes me sad because I used to like to hear the real news over there. And I mean, I think it kind of was all a sham, but I'm glad it's back. It sucked me back in. Didn't take long. I was actually talking to Tracy, and she's like, "It's back," and I'm like, "What?" And hers had come back on a little bit before mine did, but yeah, I'm glad it's back. And it's so funny because when I first heard about it, I was like, I'm never gonna get on there. I'm never gonna use that app, and I can't stop. Cheryl, you love talk for recipes. Yes. Okay, yes. I have found some awesome recipes as well. Have not found the time to make any yet, but I do have a lot of things saved on my account. Which, if it goes away for good, I'm gonna be really sad. Don Cheryl, yes, my mom finds so many great ideas. Yeah, yeah. It has sucked me in. I hate to admit it. As much as I didn't think it would, I do enjoy the talk a lot. And it just seems easier to navigate as well. Like, since I started using the talk, I'm not on the gram near as much. But also, it's so hard to grow on the gram. So, from a creator standpoint, the talk is where it's at in YouTube. Shayla started saving all the videos to my phone when I thought it was going to close. See, my phone's already overloaded. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. But that was a good idea. Yeah, I was sad because it also went down like a couple hours before I thought it was going to. And I remember I was gonna go on, and I got that message like it's unavailable or whatever it was, and I was like, oh no! I was so upset because like I thought I had a couple more hours. That definitely ruined my night. It's just so funny how we're just so reliant on our phones now, but also I have made some really awesome connections and just met some amazing people that I normally wouldn't have. So I'm very thankful for the gram and YouTube and the talk. It's honestly probably saved me many times. And then the true crime lover in me, like I start watching um the talks about all those, and I'm like, oh man, I need to watch this documentary. I need to watch this now. Because I just love it. And I've learned a lot of things too. So that's good. And I don't even remember how long. Are we supposed to have like another 75 days with it, or was it longer than that? 90 days. I mean, I think they're trying to work out something with a buyer that would be acceptable, but I am going to be really sad if it goes away for good. And just the people that make money off of that. And that's how they, take care of their families. Sure. So that's what I heard. Yeah. So I'm hoping they get something figured out, because not even for like my entertainment, but there are people, I see those videos where they're like, sit with me while I eat a meal. I'm going through cancer treatment. Like, oh, those crush me. Those crush me. And I just think about all those people, and that's how they take care of their families. And for it to go away, that would just destroy a lot of people, a lot of families. Just, oh my God, yes, that's heartbreaking. Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, yeah, I'm sad it's gone, but man, think about the people who just lost everything with that app going away, because that's how they survive. So I really hope they can figure something out, because that's going to hurt a lot of people if it goes away for good. Yeah, and small businesses, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I know I've discovered a lot of even just makeup brands on the talk that I don't think I would have heard of if it wasn't for the talk. And I don't think there's anything like that's even close to it. Because I know everybody was like, oh, go to Lemonade. Well, that's owned by whoever owns the talk as well. So that also went down. And I think there's some app that they're working on called Neptune or something like that. But I think it's going to be like another 6 months before that's ready. But at least maybe now we'll have enough time to get a plan in place. Like, where's everybody going? Where are we going to meet? Where are we going to hang out? What's going to be the new place where everyone can just get together, share their content, and actually be seen? Because it's so hard to do on other platforms. Yeah. Yeah, and I did not realize that they were owned by the same person, Lemonade, until I went to log on to Lemonade after the talk was gone and the Lemonade was shut down too. And I'm like, no. Because I do have a Lemonade, um, but I haven't posted on it. I'm not really sure how to use it. But it does seem the most like the talk, but it makes sense because it's the same owners. But I think this Neptune thing that I've seen, they post about it. They have a talk account. I think that seems like it might be the most promising. At least from what I've seen. But I keep my fingers crossed that the talk will not go away for good. It's like so quiet in my house. I keep hearing weird noises upstairs. I'm like, what is that? I heard something really weird that sounded like a voice, but like off in the distance. I don't think it was my neighbors. Does anybody else's house just do weird things and make weird noises that are really creepy? Or is it just me? And Dawn, I forgot to tell you this, but I know we were talking about the spam thing, like the spam carving contest. I don't know if I was just picturing in my head these giant spam sculpture things, but I could not find any pictures of anything. Like, I looked on the talk, I looked online, I just could not find it. But I did see today in Minnesota, they make like cardboard figures and things, and they try to slide down a hill. That was bizarre. There's just some weird noises going on in this house right now. I just looked out. My dogs are muddy. The snow's melting, so they're having themselves a grand old time playing in the mud. So when I get them in, it's going to be fun. It's going to be mud everywhere. All right, you guys, if you're here, do me a favor, give this a thumbs up. I'm just going to do this to see if maybe frozen. Okay. Right, you guys, is there anything anybody else wants to talk about? We're almost at that hour mark. We're almost there. I got to get my muddy dogs in, clean them off. It's going to be a battle because they don't like that. Dawn's still here. I'm just reading about healthcare. Oh gosh, yes. Yes. You're good. Yeah, the healthcare thing really stresses me out because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know what people are supposed to do. Other than flee the country, but I have a feeling they're going to make it to where we can't even do that anymore. Which, by the way, I don't even have a passport, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. Probably need to get one just to be safe. But then I don't know how I'd smuggle my dogs out of the country. I'm also terrified of airplanes. So I'm not sure what I would do. Dawn, 2 coworkers spent time in the ER with someone, and it was basically a homeless camp inside. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much about our country that we need to fix, and I don't think it's going to happen. Like, we need to. So that's a standard, apparently. Yeah, I haven't been in an ER in a while, thankfully. Let's hope it stays that way. Your mom's and her daughter go for every tiny thing. Yeah. And there's some people that do that, and I don't know. I think we need universal health care so that people can get medical treatment they need without having to do that. Cheryl said, nice chatting with y'all. I'm gonna go eat now. Cheryl, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful, wonderful upcoming week. Take care. Yeah, they don't mind sitting for hours to treat a sniffle or poop issues. Yeah. Yeah, the only time I've been in the ER with someone, it has been life or death. So I don't really, haven't really, gotten to be around a lot of other people sitting around. I'm impressed. Only one of my lights has gone out so far. That's actually like a record. Usually they're both out well by now, which is crazy. Dawn, you sat with a coworker with a head wound and you sat for hours. That's crazy. That is absolutely madness. And a head wound, those are no joke. And even the guy with scissors stuck in his hand waited for hours. Yeah, there's something has to be done. I mean, I know that the rich people don't want everyone else to have access to the same things, but if we give everyone health care, then we eliminate all that. So the people with the sniffles and things can go see a primary care physician and get taken care of, which I think would make things a lot easier for everyone. Yeah, that just blows my mind. That is just wild. Yes, the snow is still here. I don't think it's ever gonna go away. Like, it's starting to melt. That's why the dogs are so muddy right now. um, but it's still there. Yesterday it was almost 50 degrees. But yeah, and our driveway is still mostly ice because we had so much ice first and then snow. Then more ice and then more snow. It is just, and I've thrown so much salt down, it is just not going away. It's actually in a store today and they had like huge piles of snow that they had cleared from part of their parking lot and they kind of all put it into one area. And I'm not kidding, it was about 10 feet tall. And I mean, and it was just a huge mound of snow. It's 40 there right now. I don't know if it's even the, let me see if I can tell. My phone says it's 35 degrees right now. So yeah, it's been cold. It's been cold. I'm ready for it to warm up. I'm okay with cold and I'm okay with snow, but I don't like weeks of snow, you know? I'm ready for it to be gone. So the dogs can go outside and not slip and not end up muddy. And yeah, I'm ready for it to be gone. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for some color. I'm ready for pretty flowers. But then right after spring comes like the really hot summer, and I hate that. So it's rough. It's rough. I know, first world problems. All right, you guys. Is anybody else here? Is there anything anyone else wants to talk about? We're right at that 1 hour mark. I gotta get these doggies in. Need to figure out how to fix my life. Lots of things I need to figure out. And I'm terrified for what the upcoming week is going to bring. Do we do Valentine's? Yes, but very, very small because like we just haven't really been able to afford much, the last couple of years. I mean, we'll get each other like a little something and maybe go out to eat. I don't even know what day Valentine's Day is this week because I only see my husband Thursday nights, Friday nights. And when I say that, just a couple hours those nights, and then Saturday and then Sunday for about maybe 10 minutes before he goes to work. So, oh God, no, not like the dumb kosher like Jolie. No, we can't afford that. We can't afford that. I mean, I'm talking like a little thing of chocolates and maybe a card. Like, not, no, we can't afford that. And even if we could, I wouldn't want to waste that sounds horrible, but I just feel like that you could do so much more with your money, save up, go on a trip, do, like do something together. I think that's a lot more important than this silly, like, oh my God, he went to Jared and like a way overpriced necklace. Yeah. I'm not a fancy jewelry person anyway. I don't have any of my rings on or anything now. I've got my swatches all over myself, but yeah, we just keep things simple. It's the easy way to go. And depending on how bad this car thing uses that we get, probably sometime next week, we might not even be able to do anything, period. So they won't fix it. We'll have to figure out if he can even get, you know, a loan for a new car. And he'll still have to pay off the one that is out of commission right now. And that's what scares me the most. And he'll probably end up losing his job if he can't get a new car and if he won't fix it. So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, Dawn, exactly. My pet single auto car care. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much more. Or just save up because I'll be honest, we have stuff in the house that needs to be repaired that we can't afford. We can't. So it doesn't get fixed. And that's the cycle like we were talking about last weekend. You get in this hole, because you get in these jobs that take up all your time. They only pay you so much and you can't really do much outside of that for the most part. And so then you get in this hole and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and there's just no way out. But yeah, it is always something. I don't know, I get so mad at myself because I'm like, I thought I did the right thing. I went to school. I still owe $14,000 in student loans. Like I went to school, I got a degree. I thought I was doing the right thing. I work in this field that there are people just graduating high school and making more money than me and finding these jobs, and I don't really get it. But I think a lot of that too, one thing that I have noticed, because I come from a poor family, we didn't have money, you know. Um, I've found in the field that I work in, because I'm surrounded by wealthy people, they get all these opportunities the rest of us don't get. I mean, they start off way up here, when the rest of us are starting off way down here. And so you never, unless you are very lucky, you never catch up. So the family lines stay, struggling financially, and it's just it doesn't change. And that's what's really stressing me out because I've realized with the career that I'm in, um, I thought I had a couple of years before we got priced with the cost of living, but we're kind of there now. So yeah, I just was telling my husband before he left for work, I'm like, we gotta figure something out. He's like, I've applied for all these jobs, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I know, but even for me, my salary's not cutting it anymore. So I'm like, I feel like I need to figure something out, but I can't afford to go back to school. So it's like, what do you do? I really don't know. Like, usually I can figure things out, but I'm like, you can't just make money fall out of the sky, and that's what would solve all of our problems, would be more money. Do you like the career and besides the people you work with? Um, I don't know anymore. I like helping people, but it is so stressful and overwhelming that I don't really like it anymore, but it pays the bills. And just the nature of the beast of the field that I'm in, it's rough. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's very hard. It's very stressful. Um yeah, very, very stressful. So I don't even know how to answer that. I've tried to get out of my field that I'm in, and I can't. I actually tried selling insurance and that didn't work out while I was working full time. Um, but yeah, I just and trying to get out because I've looked for other jobs, and when I say I can't take a pay cut, I can't take a pay cut. And to get out of my field, I would have to take quite the pay cut. That is not doable. So I really I don't know what to do. Like I feel like I'm backed into this corner and there's just no way out. And I hate that feeling because usually I can figure things out, but this is something that just has me stuck. I mean, every once in a while something will be happening and I feel fulfilled. Like I feel like I've done good, but it's rare. It's rare. But I have had a couple of those moments lately that I'm like, that's why I do what I do. But at the same time, it's so stressful that I feel like it is going to kill me soon. Yeah, all you can do is take one day at a time. You try and tell yourself that that's true. That is so true. That is so true. It is. It's one day at a time, but man, those days when I tell you last week feels like it lasted years to me, that was just last week. I mean, and I'm scared that I can't do another week. I'm terrified. I'm just absolutely terrified. I don't know what to do anymore. Like if my husband could get a job where he makes better money and it's full-time hours, that would be a huge help to me because that would maybe allow me to step away from my job that's so stressful and try something else out. But I don't see that happening. I just don't. My husband doesn't have the best work history, and he's the kind of person if like he gets stressed out, if he doesn't like something, he will just quit. And that's what's gotten me in a bad situation because I'm like, and he hasn't done it in a long time, but I'm like, we can't do this anymore. My husband, well, here's the thing. I'm always the one to figure everything out, so it doesn't hit him as hard. So like if he can't help with bills, I cover it. You know, if he needs this, I cover it. So I'm the ones that's stressed because I'm like, I can't cover this anymore. And, you know, he's, had me to be able to like, hey, I can cover this. But in this economy, my money is not getting us where it used to. So I can't even afford to do that anymore. But he is the completely shut down, withdraw kind of person, and I'm like, we need to try and figure this out. But he's like, well, I've done everything I can. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what else to do. Because like I'm working full time already. His employer only gives him 32 hours a week, so he doesn't even get full time hours. And with him having to take my vehicle now for the last several weeks, he has been 8 hours late. So he went from 32 hours to, I can't even math right now, 26 or something, 25, 24, I don't know, but a lot. And that's huge because his paychecks are like 100 something dollars less now. So that's like over $400 less a month. And our bills keep going up and up and up. And because, it's cold, so we're having to use more heat. Our electric bill was $255 this month. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I can't do anymore. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, he's usually more easygoing, but we can't do that right now. Like we have to figure something out. Because yes, so much of my paycheck is going to everything else to try and cover, what he can't anymore. And yeah, it is. It's a very, very, very tough situation. It is. Yeah. So I really don't know what we're going to do. I mean, I don't. Like someone told him to buy silver. So he was like buying silver. So he's got all these silver coins. But the issue is they aren't worth more than, they're worth less when you trade them in than when he bought for them. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a good investment. He's like, no, it is. You just have to sit on it for a long time. And I'm like, okay, but like we could use the full money now, because I just had to pay $160 to get his car towed plus $50 to pay the mechanic. So that's $200 out of my pocket that I wasn't expecting to have to spend. So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I've heard people say gold is good, but that's like going up so much, but like a tiny gold coin is like $3,000 or more now. Um, yeah, I don't really get it. But he's like, well, it's, when the dollar's no longer, it's, you're gonna need coins. I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know enough about it, but I know so far it has not worked out. It has not been a good investment. Yeah, you have to get rich, be rich to get rich. Yeah, I mean that's my whole point. Like you can't just pull money out of the sky. I mean, I wish you could. I 1,000% wish you could. But yeah, I mean, when you work these jobs and like I said, they take up all your time, they pay just enough for you to maybe get by. Um, you're screwed. You are just screwed. So I really don't know what we're gonna do. I really don't. And we don't come from wealthy families, so it's on us. And I kind of had like a little savings plan where I would be able to put like a little bit aside every month because I was going to give up a lot of makeup stuff I would normally buy. And we are in January and I've already lost all that I was going to save and then some because of this car situation. So that sucks. But yeah, I am just like hoping that Kia will say, okay, we'll cover this engine issue. Because then hopefully that'll get the car to last even longer because it'll be a new engine. I'm not sure what else may be wrong with it because it's an old car, but that would at least be a huge help. But I'm trying to just prepare myself for the worst. But again, I don't know what we're going to do. And then if his employer fires him because he's late, then that makes things even worse. Dawn, you just immerse yourself in makeup videos to escape reality. I have been trying to do that so much. I have. But then it's like when I'm at work and then I'm stressed out there and then I get home and I'm stressed out and I can't go anywhere because as soon as I get home, my husband has to take my vehicle. It just, it sucks. It sucks because I like to drive as well and just listen to music. I finally got a chance to do that yesterday for the first time in weeks. And I think that helped a lot, but I lose that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. John, is he really valuable at his job? Can they work his hours differently? Um, so they have kind of set schedules for everybody. So the only other option that isn't even an option, well, here, I'll explain it. So I work 7:30 to 3:30. I have an almost hour commute. So their shifts are his is 3 to 11 or 11 to 7 or 7 to 3. All of those overlap with me needing my vehicle. Because he wouldn't be able to get it home in time for me to be able to make it to work on time if he worked like 11 to 7. And then the 7 to 3, we would have to wake up. He's also not a morning person. So he would have to wake up so early to, and I would have to wake up so extra early too to get there And he's a security guard, so I mean, they're threatening to write him up. I mean, it's kind of like it's a warm body, so I don't think they really, I don't know. They figure, oh, we'll find somebody else. So I, but yeah, and it's one of those things like what would work. I mean, I guess maybe if you could stay a couple hours at night, like later at night, and do like 3 to, well, no. Yeah, or 5 to whatever if they could make some random, but they kind of have a set schedule, so I don't think they would do that for him. He said he's gonna call. He's got a main supervisor and then like an assistant supervisor. The assistant supervisor was the one that was like, excessive tardiness leads to write-ups and what's going on. And he talked to his main supervisor, but I guess he didn't tell this lady because she's kind of a bee. So I'm like, did you tell your main supervisor what's going on? He's like, well, I'm going to. He said he was going to try and call him tomorrow and just say, look, my car's in the shop. I don't know if Kia's going to cover it. Obviously, we don't have. I think online it's still like $4,000 to $6,000, but then with labor and everything, it's even more to repair this vehicle, and we can't just pull another vehicle out of our butts. So this is what's going on. I'm trying to get there as quickly as I can, but my wife has to work as well because, we can't, one income isn't going to cover things. But then he's like, what worries me is they need people to have a reliable transportation. And he's like, I really don't. I'm like, well, you have my vehicle. The issue is, though, you just can't get there until I get home, and I don't know what else to do because my employer isn't going to be like, oh, yeah, just leave 2 hours early, which my employer doesn't even know that I'm married because I was so afraid that then they would like not give me like any, I mean, not that I really get any benefits or anything, but if there were to be raises being handed out, I could see them being like, oh, she's married, she has 2 incomes, she doesn't need it, when like really we have like 1 income and like a tenth of an income because my husband makes so little. So it's just a mess. It's a mess. I never thought that we would be in this situation. Never thought that. So I'm not sure what to do or what's going to happen, or I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh, my dogs are so muddy. I'm dreading letting them in. It's going to be a mess. It is going to be a mess. But yeah, it would be nice if there was some way that they could adjust it, but I don't think that's something that they would do. All right, you guys, I gotta go get my muddy dogs in. They are covered in mud. I gotta go grab a towel, get them cleaned off. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Dawn, thank you. It was really quiet today too, which I don't know why those other times things were so out of control. But anyway, yes, go take a shower, have a wonderful night, relax, have a wonderful week next week. I love lazy Sundays. Just relaxing, taking it easy. I think we need those every once in a while, or more often. I feel like I need them more these days. But anyway, take care. Thank you for hanging out. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I'll see you hopefully next Sunday, unless some other crazy things happen and a crazy, horrible thing happens. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Dawn. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.